What is going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me on this drizzly day. Texas weather has not been our friend this month, neither the past month. I know a lot of you guys here in Dallas are probably struggling with getting customers or reschedules, which is horrible. I think those are one of the worst ones, is when you have to reschedule and then reschedule and then reschedule again because of the weather. Like, it sucks, right? But on today's video, we are actually gonna have a very cool topic, which is, what do you do when you ceramic coat one of your vehicles, one of your customers' vehicles, and your customer opts out of your maintenance plan, or customer decides to wash their own vehicle, right? That is a question I think a lot of detailers have asked me, like, how do I handle that? Do I force them to get into a maintenance plan? So I think those are a lot of topics that we're gonna be covering on this video. But for today's video, we are doing what I call a ceramic yearly maintenance, right? That's what we're doing on this one here. The vehicle is really not in bad shape. It is very well maintained interior wise. Really, this package is more for a exterior treatment, right? But obviously we include the interior as well. So I'm gonna get all set up, get everything ready. It is light misting out here, so hopefully I'll be able to finish this video. Hopefully, I don't think it's gonna rain anymore. So let's get everything turned on. Let's get started. We're gonna be talking about products we're gonna be using. We're gonna be talking about cost as well. And we'll see what other topics we get into. Oh, and the main reason why I decline customers that I have not ceramic coated their vehicle, which is a very cool topic I want to talk about. And hopefully you guys can also kind of relate, or at least let me know what you think. Now we are to the exterior part, which is really, I think, the main ingredient to this whole video. The products you're going to be needing, obviously, is you're going to be needing a foam cannon. It doesn't matter which one. You're going to be needing some, I think I've enjoyed Car Pro Reset for a while, which is perfect for this type of scenario, right? We're trying to reset this ceramic coating, get it rehydrated, get it everything really well. And you're also going to be needing some water spot removal. I love this one. Is from MaxShine, which I've actually enjoyed it really well for declogging or unclogging ceramic coatings. Usually works really well for like kind of the bottoms. If many times you are rinsing a vehicle, right, and you're seeing that your ceramic coating may not be acting correctly, hit it with some water spot removal. Just spray it on there, let it dwell for a little bit, and pressure wash it off. And usually you'll be able to see that ceramic coating kind of like separate, and it starts working pretty well. And lastly, you're going to be needing a measuring cup for that as well. So these are really the key ingredients to this whole package here, right? Now, before I start washing this vehicle and everything, topic number one, which is going to be cost. Carlos, what does this cost for this whole package? Annually, it's $300, and what that's going to include is going to be pretty much doing a thorough rinse. We're going to use all these products here to get this coating pretty much back to its original form if it needs it, right? Sometimes customers have been maintaining their vehicle so well that you don't need to do all these things, right? But for me to validate my warranty, my ceramic coating installation, and a lot of that, I want to make sure that I see it yearly, right? And that is one of the reasons why I tell customers, if you opt out of the maintenance plan, the only thing I require is for me to see you at least once a year to do a full contact wash on this vehicle and make sure that this vehicle is good to go, right? And that's the only way I give warranties on my installations. Is one, obviously they do my maintenance plan, or if they opt out, at least I see them yearly to give this coating a reset, right? So that is the cost on this package, right? So price is number one. I'm gonna get all this stuff set up and we'll get started on washing the exterior of this car. Okay, so before I start, before I start on the wheels, let's see how this paint is working. I have not touched the paint at all. I want to see how this paint reacts. It is pretty dirty. He said he hasn't washed it in a while, but you can see a lot of there's a lot of buildup and dirt and just spotting everywhere. But this is gonna give me a good idea of what we're working with. So let's hit it with some pressure. And look at that. Ooh, baby. Look at that. Look at that paint. That is solid. If you watched my live yesterday on Instagram, you saw me battling the rain, and here we are again. But we're gonna continue washing this vehicle, and we're gonna continue talking about the topic. For the wheel cleaner, I'm using Adams Wheel and Tire, which has been really my favorite wheel and tire cleaner. But when it comes to ceramic coatings, right, the only vehicles I service, and I stay true to this, is I only do maintenances on vehicles that I have ceramic coated. I will only wash vehicles that I have ceramic coated. I decline when a customer calls me and they say, hey, my car is ceramic coated, I need a maintenance. I usually decline those for the simple fact that, one, I don't know what kind of coating was installed. Two, majority of the time, a lot of these coatings are already failing, right? And sometimes, you know, you're gonna be that piece to where, you know, it sucks that it happens in this world, but there are customers out there that are always looking to scam you, right? And what will tend to happen, right? They go to the person who coated their vehicle, and they say, man, I had this detailer wash my car, and you know, now it's not working properly, even though that coating was probably failing already. And then they ding you, right? They try to put the blame on you, when in all reality, that coating was probably failing already. So for me to get out of that, I just decline a lot of vehicles that I have not touched. Now, many will say, bro, like, you're losing a lot of money because you're not doing that. And that's okay. I would rather lose money than get dinged for something that was already defected, maybe damaged, or, you know, there's always a reason why I do things, right? And maybe some people will agree to disagree with this, but I just don't want to deal with it. Like, I don't want to do it. So I always decline vehicles that are coated, and I always ask them, you know, hey, is your vehicle ceramic coated? They're like, oh yeah, I had a detailer do it, you know. And then I always say, honestly, it's better for you to call your detailer that did it, and have them service it. That way, you know, it stays all within the same, you know, the money stays within the same business. And majority of these customers are literally telling me, like, oh, it's because they don't service me. They don't want to come over here. They said it's too far. But, you know, and I'm like, how did you take it to their shop? They're like, no, they came to me. So you mean to tell me that they definitely took your money for that ceramic coating, now they don't want to go to service you? I don't know why a lot of detailers are doing that these days, where they want the money, they want to take their hard-earned money, they want that big pile, right? The big pile of money, but they don't want to service their customers because it's a little bit out of their reach. For me, this customer lives about an hour, maybe an hour 20 from my house. I coated their vehicles and I service their vehicles, because that's what good business does, is we take care of our customers. All right, guys, the weather has kind of stopped. It was literally pouring on me, but we are good to go. What we're using again is CarPro Reset. I put 2 ounces into my wash bucket. I put 1 ounce on my foam cannon, and I have a wash mitt. I do have a grit guard in there. The ceramic coating that's on this vehicle, for those who would like to know, I do not use this brand anymore, but what the brand is it's from DPC. This was TMR, which it's doing amazing, but I no longer carry that brand. But for those who are wondering, bro, what coating is that? It is Dallas Paint Correction, TMR. So great coating. I got nothing to say about the coating. It works. So if you're expecting for me to say negative feedback on the coating, there is no negative feedback on that coating. I just no longer use it. But hey, this is year year three. This is year 3 on that paint, and it looks like it was just installed yesterday. So there's nothing I can say bad about the brand, about the coating. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and foam this. This is Car Pro Reset. This is I call it a hydration or rehydration shampoo. Does it need it? It doesn't. But we're gonna go ahead and just foam this vehicle completely to just get this paint looking good. So I've gone ahead and I have the foam cannon on kind of full blast because I want this soap to really work into the paint, and you can kind of start seeing already the ceramic coating start breaking off pretty much the soap, which is really cool. Let me get you guys in here so you guys can kind of see the ceramic coating in action. Look at this hood. It's already breaking it all off. The door, the bottom portions, they are a bit clogged, which is very normal, but we're gonna declog it here on the next process. So let's continue foaming this vehicle. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and do our contact wash for this ceramic coating. And I got my midget ladder with me. My midget ladder. We're going with the 1 bucket method. Oh my gosh. You don't use 5 buckets? No. 1 bucket only. And then this is, look at that slickness. This wash mitt is literally just gliding. No pressure. And that's kind of what you want, is you don't want to apply too much pressure to your wash mitt. Now, some people will probably apply pressure, one, because the color, you know, you can't see a lot of marring or nothing because of the color, but just let your wash mitt glide. Let your wash mitt glide. And I gotta say, the Car Pro Reset, it smells really good, and that's probably one of the reasons I still use it till this day. Smells really well, and I haven't had major issues with this product. So I'll post a link down below. I think I got it from Amazon, but I don't have a discount code on this product just because, again, I think I don't showcase a lot of these products to where companies kind of know about me. So always, after you do your first dip your wash mitt in there, shake it off a little bit, and then continue with your wash process. And I always get some heat on how I do this because they're like, oh my god, you're using that same wash mitt for the bottom. After you do one door, flip your wash mitt over and do your next door. All the way to the bottom. You grab your wash mitt, has all the dirt, and then just throw your wash mitt back in there, kind of shake it a little bit. The dirt is gone. So that's how I do it, with only 1 bucket, but repeated process of sticking your wash mitt in your wash bucket. Very important. All right, y'all, the rain came back. The rain came back. So I've gone ahead and hopefully you guys can see me because I have the camera on top of my truck by an umbrella. But the next thing we want to do is now we're gonna attack it with some water spot removal. What that's gonna do, guys, is going to unclog any areas where the coating may be, I won't say failing because it's doing its job, but what the water spot's gonna do is just gonna open up the pores of those areas. So what you're gonna do is just spray those areas, right? If you want to do a whole vehicle, you can definitely do that, but if it doesn't need it, why do it? So you're gonna spray your water spot and let that, usually I'll spray it all on the bottom because that's where we see majority of the clogging. But to be honest, it has already unclogged with the initial contact wash. So all we're doing now is we're just trying to open up the pores of the coating and get it back to normal. You gotta blow the cars. You know, some people don't like to blow the cars. I'll be very honest. I used to think that blowing the cars was useless, but I had a reality check once, and you know, and I, like I said, I take feedback really well. Like a lot of your comments, whether they're good or bad, trust me, I really read them. I enjoy them. I ponder on them. And I remember in one video where I was talking about saying that blowing cars was pointless, and a detailer digged me on it because he said, if you are charging so high, you should already be blowing these cars for the customers. And it got me to think, you know, you're right. I just at one point thought that pulling out a blower was just for gimmick, just to make it look cool. But in reality, it's really what separates us from a car wash, like a physical car wash, right? Where you take your car through there, that blows it and you drive off and there's water spots everywhere. But being a mobile detailer, our services should be at a higher standard, which makes us different. So I won't ever forget that comment. I really forgot who it was, but you know, I will always be appreciative for that comment that was made, because again, there's sometimes things where I think it's pointless, and as I start using it more and more and more, I'm like, damn, like it makes sense, right? So the last thing I want to do, every car I do is I will blow it. We're going to be using the Max Shine mini handheld dryer, which I think is going on a year and a half maybe that I've been using it, and it has been dropped and everything, but it is still working. So if you're looking for a mini blower that you can say like, man, is it heavy? Not heavy, very user friendly, anybody can use it, and it has power. Don't forget, you can also use discount code Serranos15 really on anything on Max Shine except limited items such as the Reaper, the M15 Pro G, because those are more limited. Alrighty guys, this project is finally done. Overall, the condition, obviously you guys saw in the beginning, it was not bad. Really what needed more attention was truly the exterior of this vehicle. Obviously for today, obviously the products we used was Car Pro Reset. We used the Max Shine water spot removal. That one I mostly use it just to kind of unclog the coating if need be. Water spotting, there's really no water spotting on this car. This car is well maintained, kept in the garage, and the customer, like I said, washes his own vehicle. And as you guys can see, customer has done an amazing job for the past 3 years in upkeeping this ceramic coating. But before we end this video, guys, again, the total cost on this project today was $300, which included the interior vacuumed out, blown out, and then obviously the price is mostly on the exterior. I'm mostly charging you that $300 price is for me coming and servicing the exterior. The interior is pretty much free in a way, but the cost on this one was $300. We see it yearly, just to make sure, one, we keep that warranty valid, two, it gives me an opportunity, one, to see the customer, two, to see how the customer has maintained the coating, right? Now, a question you might ask is, what happens if you show up and that coating is trashed, right? At that point, like I said, it's something that we would have to discuss with the customer. But majority of the times, I think all the customers that have opted out of my maintenance plan have been doing an amazing job in upkeeping their vehicles, right? So I haven't had to have that talk with the customer yet, because they've all been doing pretty well. Secondly, the topic was, I do not service customers that have not received a ceramic coating by me. One, because I just don't want the headache of showing up, that coating being bad. At the end of the day, I'm not here to bash detailers. I'm not bash the company. It's just, I don't want to deal with it, right? And a lot of the times, the customers just want to kind of find something to put the blame on, right? And believe it or not, some of these customers will have you come service their vehicle, and then obviously they know their coating is trash, right? And they'll literally go to their ceramic coating installer and say, hey man, my coating's failing. I had this detailer come and it's not working perfectly. Guess what? That company that detailed or ceramic coated that vehicle is going to put the blame on you. So for that reason, I just don't want to deal with it. I only service customers that have received a ceramic coating by me, because I stand behind my own work. I stand behind the product that I put out, and that just gives my customers peace of mind, right? If they're not if I did not coat their vehicles, usually I'll just say, honestly, it'd be better just find somebody else to take care of your vehicle, even though I might lose money on it. I'd rather lose that money, because a lot of times these coatings that we are seeing nowadays are installed incorrectly, and I just don't want to deal with it again. And the last topic that we're going to be talking about is, how do I give my customers the warranty, right? They opt out of the ceramic of the maintenance plan, right? What is the next thing for me to give them, right? One, obviously, like I said, is just me seeing them yearly. How do I protect their vehicles? Is I have this, which I think I may have posted it in prior videos. I give my customers this window or mirror hanger, which goes right in the middle. This one, usually I tell them, hey, when you go to your dealership, put this on your mirror. That way they do not wash their vehicle, because it says its vehicle is protected. It doesn't say ceramic coating, but it's protected by me. It has all my information in the back. This is how I keep records of the customer seeing me yearly, right? And as you guys can see, we have filled out the car today, obviously with the date. That just gives me that one, customer is using my services, but we're also keeping note on that. That way, in case they do take it to a dealership and they're like, man, my car's ceramic coated, blah blah blah, at least they have proof that, hey, my detailer has been taking care of my vehicle. You guys messed it up. And believe it or not, shout out to my customers who have put this in their mirror, because it has happened. And guess what? The dealership has had to pay to repair their ceramic coatings. Now the price, they never like it, but you are the installer, you are the detailer that has been seeing the vehicle. So this saves you and your customer a ton of headaches, right? Because once the customer shows this to the dealership contacts you, and you pretty much is you and the dealership. Customers out of it, now it's mostly you and the dealership. But a lot of times dealerships want maybe like multiple estimates to fix it. But a lot of my customers are pretty firm on saying there's no other person that's gonna touch my vehicle but the guy who's been taking care of it. So these are very affordable, or maybe not affordable. I think I've paid like $250 for, I forgot the amount I did, but it was, I think it's affordable. But look for your nearest, maybe somebody that does business cards. Give them this idea. I'm sure they can make it. You can write something different. For me, I just put the dates. Once we fill this fourth one, I usually carry another card, and then I give them a new one, and we just keep adding to the maintenances. So again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of what transpired today. Again, I think every detailer should offer maintenance plans, but hey, if they don't want it, give them options, right, to where you're gonna maintain their vehicles, right? That way you don't lose the customer, but you see them at least annually. Some customers might not like the price, like, man, that's high. Well, look, I think it's very minimal. It's a minimal price to a yearly kind of look over, which I honestly feel the $300 price for yearly is on point, as long as they maintain it, right? But that's kind of how I do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I hope it stops raining here in Dallas. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. As always, God bless you, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.